With all of this talk regarding this rumored upcoming One Direction reunion, it got us here at Hollyscoop in the mood to reminisce on some of the group's most notable moments. Therefore, we're going to take a little walk down memory lane and go through One Direction's most iconic moments, including the good, bad, and the ugly, to get us excited for this potential reunion. So pull out your 1D merch, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. How's it going, guys? I'm Madison Hill. I know you're here to take a walk down One Direction memory lane, but first please give this video a share, double check you're subscribed, and don't forget that notification bell. Since we're taking a walk down memory lane, it would not be right if we didn't start back in 2010 when One Direction became, well, One Direction on X Factor. Although there was a moment where we thought the guys wouldn't have a career, Simon Cowell ended up saving them and giving us the group we all needed, made up of Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, Liam Payne, and Zayn Malik. While the guys technically placed third in the competition show, that did not stop them from becoming huge successes, which brings us to our next iconic moment, One Direction's first tour. The group's first tour kicked off in 2011, shortly after their debut on X Factor to promote their new album, Up All Night. Yes, that is the one album that contained their first smash hit single, What Makes You Beautiful, and let's be honest, we all still listen to that to this day. The next iconic One Direction moment we need to revisit took place in April of 2012, when all five guys made their debut on Saturday Night Live with host Sofia Vergara. All five guys performed their hits What Makes You Beautiful and One Thing. They also showed off their acting skills by participating in a sketch. It was a big moment for the One Direction fan base, who call themselves One Directioners. Moving right along to the next iconic One Direction moment, their VMA debut, which came months after their first time on SNL in September of 2012. The guys made their VMA debut with a bang thanks to a knockout performance and the fact that they took home two of the night's biggest awards with Best New Artist and Best Pop Video. Next up on our list of iconic One Direction moments took place in 2013 when they took their lives to the big screen in their film One Direction, This Is Us. The documentary gave us an inside look into what One Direction's tour life was like, their friendships, and their personal lives. The personal lives component was key, as Harry Styles had just broken up with Taylor Swift in early 2013 prior to the documentary being released. Now, up until this point, all of these iconic One Direction moments have been positive. However, now we're going to start getting into some of those more dramatic moments. Remember how I said it would be the good, bad, and the ugly? Starting with an interview One Direction had with Matt Lauer in 2014, marking their first one without Zayn Malik, and the first real sign that there was trouble in paradise. While the guys said Zayn was out due to being sick, Matt Lauer wasn't buying it. In fact, he even teased about Zayn's tummy bug, something Zayn later put him on blast for mocking. However, we all know what was soon to come. Yep, we've now arrived at March of 2015, aka a very big moment in One Direction history, when Zayn Malik decided he was done with the group. He ended his engagement to Little Mix's Perry Edwards and made the announcement that he was venturing out on his own to start his solo career. Up until Zayn Malik left, One Direction had released 4 studio albums and garnered huge success, which left the remaining 4 members with a big decision to make. Should the group continue on without Zayn? As you all know, it did. Liam, Louis, Harry, and Niall made the decision to keep One Direction moving, but that didn't come without drama. There were Twitter fights and petty remarks made in interviews, like when Zayn Malik spoke to Billboard in early 2016 and said that certain phone numbers had been changed and he stopped hearing from certain people. Nonetheless, the 4 guys carried on and released their 5th album without Zayn, called Made in the AM. During that same interview with Billboard, Zayn mentioned that while he thought their first single was cool, it wasn't cool enough for him to spend his money on, and he did not buy the album. That now brings us to the last iconic One Direction moment on our list. In August of 2015, the guys announced that they would be taking a hiatus. However, as the hiatus neared its end, the news was finally broken that the guys would not be getting back together as planned, and since then, that hiatus has become permanent. Sure, all of the guys have had their individual successes. Well, I'd argue that Harry Styles and Niall Horan have arguably made the biggest names for themselves individually. Nonetheless, I think I speak for every One Direction fan when I say we're ready to see these guys reunite just at least one more time. Being that their 10-year anniversary is upon us, we've been hearing that the guys are planning to do that, thanks to Liam Payne talking about it in his recent interviews. While no details have been set in stone, I'm still hoping this reunion will take place with all of the guys and little to no drama. But that's just me, and now I'm ready to hear what you think. What was your reaction to our most iconic One Direction moments? Did this help you get excited for that rumored reunion? Let it out down below. For more on One Direction, check out our channel. After that, hit that subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell.